right, we're on.
Just got a notification.
Sweet. So did I. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Empowered Entrepreneurs. I think I'm like, I hope this is just today, but I think I'm like getting sick. So I woke up like, oh God.
Oh no.
I'm really hoping it's just like, I don't know, a weird thing today. I got the green juice going. Like,
Yeah.
But how are you?
I'm okay.
What happened?
It's just been a stressful week.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
just
on Monday.
Teaser for everyone. Everything that we talked about on Monday, it has not been done. So, you know, but it's fine.
Teaser for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh God. I was actually like thinking about what it is that I said I would do. I gotta get better at that, man. Like I really liked how you tweeted it that one time.
Oh, I know. I liked that too, actually. It was really nice to kind of just put it out there. And then I didn't do it this last time. But I did take a few notes. Only for you, though. I didn't write down what I was going to do.
Okay, you know what we should do? I should take note, like tweet your goals and you tweet mine.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot to open up the chat. Here we go. Okay, so, well, I'll tell you what I did this week.
Okay.
I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to do it today. I have to film the video invitation for my event on Friday, or Friday, September 8th.
Okay.
So I haven't posted the invitation yet because I want to make it like, I want a video to go with it so that it's big and, you know, just to hype it up more and stuff. But I want to be able to get the invitation out today just because I feel like it's already over. It's like less than a month. So
I know it's going. Oh my gosh, time is just flying by. It's crazy.
I know, and it's crazy because like I was doing this like all in. I mean, I'm doing this all in August like challenge where I'm just like going all in. But I can't believe it's already been like 11 in.
I know. It's
Crazy. Yeah. And then yesterday I reorganized my entire, like all 260 videos. I just went back to the entire channel, deleted playlists, created new ones. It's been on my to-do list for a while, but I knew it would just take hours because I had to, it's like you have to, I don't know, come up with playlists that like where you think you're keeping the viewer in mind, you know? So it's like, this is how I would categorize it. But if you're new to my channel, you would probably want to see it this way, you know? So it's like, I pretty much remember what each video is about and try to group them and like come up with descriptions and stuff. But I'm happy because I finished it. So decided, because you can't put like every playlist on the homepage.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So if you go to someone's page, right, they have like their video tab, the playlist tab and stuff. The playlist will show all the playlist tab, but on the homepage, you can only put like, I don't know, I want to say like seven tabs of stuff. So you could put like your most recent uploads, your most popular uploads. You can put playlists. You can put, you know, other people's videos. Like you can get really kind of customized, but you're limited to like 7 rows, I think.
I see.
So, the first one is my vlog. The second one is Heather's Happy Hour. Third one is, oh, I just totally came up with this. I'm calling it Sharespark TV.
Cool.
Which is just all my interviews I've done. And then digital media, vlogs, and business. These are like my tutorials. Who am I? Because I got messages like, oh, people don't know who you are, especially the ones who like just discover you. You need to put like all those together. I was like, okay. electric skateboards, and then empowered entrepreneurs.
Cool.
So hopefully that makes it more organized.
Yeah. I think that would help because I'm a viewer, obviously. Yeah. And sometimes when I'm looking back on a video, because I really like the way that YouTube programmed their mobile app, but then when I go into the browser, it's just harder for me to navigate through my subscriptions because I'm used to the mobile app. So when I go into my subscriptions, it's all in kind of chronological order, or I can find all the channels on the side. Like, it just makes it really easy. And then sometimes when I see a video and I want to show Charlie like a video that you posted, and I'm trying to like look for it on your channel, it's kind of harder for me to find because I watch things in chronological order, but when I'm actually going back, it's kind of hard. So I think you putting it into categories like this will make it easier for me.
See, exactly what I'm talking about. Like, and I know that I should just, whatever. I should have done it a long time ago, but I'm glad I did it that way because, you know, I just know that when people go to my channel, because you watch one video, if you just recently discovered me, you're going to go to my channel and then you're going to, that's what you do. It's like you go to someone's TV network and then you go through the channels that they have, which in my case, those are the categories of video, you know? Right. Like, what show are you going to watch kind of thing? And if it's all like, you know, I think what I was just doing was like, here's my vlog, you know, but I wasn't taking like the categories within the vlog.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I remember when I did that for my blog, that took forever and a day, but like you said, you know that you should do it because when people are trying to look for something specifically, you want them to be able to find it, but thinking about actually sorting through everything that you've done and categorizing it in the right spot is just so overwhelming to think about doing.
Forever. And I was like, I'm not allowed to do anything until I finish this. So I'm so glad I got that out of the way.
Yeah, that's good. I think it'll be a lot easier for us to like, navigate through your channel.
Let me know.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the last thing, King Flip just brought it up in like chat. He said, any thoughts on Facebook launching Watch? I have a lot of thoughts on Facebook launching Watch, but I was going to save it for Heather's Happy Hour next week.
So what's happening? I don't even know what's happening with Facebook.
Facebook's been talking about this for a really, really long time. The Zucks, you know, he said a couple years ago that Facebook was going to be mainly video, and people were like, what are you talking about? There's already YouTube. And now when you go through the feed, it's mainly video.
Yeah.
So, basically what they did is they're launching a new tab where it would be like Facebook only content. I mean, okay. You know, it's like their version of YouTube. So I have a lot of thoughts on this, and I think I'm going to keep it for the next Heather's Happy Hour. But what I'm going to go into the weekend thinking about is I am thinking about restarting my entire vlog from vlog 1 and uploading natively to Facebook.
Oh.
Just because I have everything, right? So just start uploading to Facebook, like day 1, boom, go.
Okay. Can I rant about Facebook for a little while though?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to steer clear from Facebook, to be honest with you, and that's why I don't know what's going on with Facebook, because I just don't. It's a bottomless pit for me, honestly. So I just try and steer clear, and then, you know, update after update, it just starts to become less and less personal. For me personally, it's just more about ads and sponsored stuff, and I just don't see what I'm actually looking for on there most of the time. So I just kind of steer clear. So
that's the thing, right? Because that's like me too. I feel like of all the apps on my phone, I have a ton of apps. Facebook is the one where I just get sucked into absolutely nothing. Like I literally spent an hour watching dog videos earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same exact thing. Either that or it's like poisonous crap that's just going to make you feel like crap the rest of the day. Like it's going to put you in a bad mood. It's either like really cute dog videos or like cute stuff or like happy stuff that'll make you happy cry, or things that'll make you like really angry and like, ugh. So I just don't. So I'm really curious. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I'm really curious to see what will happen now.
That's because of that reason. You know how like we both just admitted that Facebook is just like you can just get lost and just shit, right?
Yeah.
That is the very reason why I want to start uploading on there, because I know if I'm feeling this way, so is everyone else.
Right.
I only have like 200 something followers on Facebook. So if I started the entire vlog from zero onto Facebook and made it a daily show, right? Like if I just did exactly what Casey did on YouTube, but on Facebook, now that they have the watch tab, I just feel like it would pick up an entirely new audience. And I've been already kind of doing this. I don't necessarily want to move everyone around. Like I don't want my YouTube people to go to Facebook necessarily, or my Facebook people to go to Twitter, and like have all of my main like creator fam following me on every platform, because there's a different audience on every platform. So what I want to do is just get new people on that platform.
Yeah.
And new people on this other platform. Like you don't have to all be like Carissa on every platform. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I was just going to say, because I don't want to get your thoughts on it exactly, because like you said, I do want you to like, I am curious, but I do want you to wait for Heather's Happy Hour to kind of give your thoughts. But on a business perspective, talking about Facebook, I think it's very strategic that they do it, because I'm pretty sure that they know as well that their demographic is kind of starting to shift. And it's starting to change, and it's very interesting to me because I did remember in your latest happy hour, which I completely agree, and one of my businesses is a true testimony to the statement that you said, where you said young people, if young people grab onto it and they're into it, it will be a thing, and people will just follow. And Ninong's, my restaurant, is a perfect example of that, because before, even my family admits to this, my aunt said our restaurant was run by 4 50+ people, like in age. They were 4 50 or older individuals that were running Ninong's. And then it would grow like kind of steadily here and there. And then I think it was 5 years later, they asked me to come on full time. And then I changed our target market. I rebranded. I redid our logo. And my focus was college students and young families. And we have grown exponentially since then.
Because also it helps because that demographic is on social media.
Yes. And I think they're not afraid to try whatever is new. So if Facebook is going to come out with this, to be honest, like I know an older crowd is now on Facebook, because I use Facebook to communicate with aunts and uncles and my dad.
Exactly, yeah.
But I'm curious to see if it will pull in that young demographic, or if that young demographic is going to be like, hey, it's not that new and exciting. I'm going to stick with this. Or if they're going to go, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm going to jump back into it. I'm really curious to see what happens.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that the new YouTube app messenger thing is going to be more their thing. And I think they're going to stick to YouTube.
I agree.
Because, their favorite YouTubers are not on Facebook. And I really want to believe, this is why I don't say I'm a YouTuber. I'm going to just say that over and over. Those YouTubers are not going to become like non-YouTubers. They're not going to go to Facebook, Like even Casey himself, at VidCon during his Q&A, he even said, like, you know, I know we all like to poo-poo on Facebook, like that, the whole YouTube world, the vlogger world, we don't, you know, Facebook is that thing that we don't use.
Yeah.
Like the kids are going to make the transition, but I do believe that it's going to be really interesting in terms of like, what are people watching on TV? Because now you have the YouTube, you know, you have YouTube, you have, and then on my last stream, I asked people to comment like what they used to watch my videos, and it was everything. Like, it wasn't just one thing. It wasn't just like mobile, you know, someone's watching me on the 4K TV. Like, it's just all over the place. And if Facebook has that, like if you have YouTube and you have Facebook right next to it, right alongside Netflix, Hulu, and all that, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see on a business perspective, because I get it. As a businessman, I know that Mark Zuckerberg has been thinking about it for a long time, but you know, he forgets sometimes it's the magic of timing too. It's like, it's great if you have the idea, but if you can't execute it in the time that it's relevant, then you have nothing. And then if your demographic is the older crowd now, because the older crowd has finally caught on to the idea of how awesome Facebook was in the past, then do you gamble on trying to make yourself relevant to your old audience, or do you try and capture the audience that you currently do have and make it work? Because if, say for example, my dad was gonna try and do, or try and explore this whole idea of Facebook doing video, he's gonna be like, what's the difference between people sharing videos and me watching it being linked from YouTube? Or he's not gonna know. You know, so it's really, I'm really interested to see how this is going to work for them, or if it's just going to be one of those like failed attempts to try to stay relevant.
I feel like Facebook, they implement changes so sneakily. Like, I don't feel like they I don't know. I feel like they don't announce like, hey, this is what we're going to try, and then everyone knows about it, and then there's like an immediate result. Like, I remember logging in and all of a sudden Marketplace was there.
Yeah, I noticed that. And then they just sent me a notification and they were like, oh, just so you know, people are selling stuff in the Marketplace.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, what is this? Like, and then immediately I was like, well, there goes Craigslist, because, you know, like, who wouldn't want to sell from someone who you could actually see a Facebook profile for instead of a random like username on Craigslist?
Yeah.
And now they have the job searching now. You can apply for jobs on Facebook. So there goes LinkedIn. And I feel like this watch is just, you know, their attempt to compete with YouTube. It'll be interesting. But really quick, King Flip says, I used to doubt Facebook until about 4 months ago. I am now a believer. Facebook search is better than YouTube because there's no algorithm messing with results. Search is by title. Yeah, King Flip, I think my opinion is that you could say it's better now because there's no algorithm messing with results. But to me, that's only going to be good for now, right?
I was going to say, there will be.
Like, as soon as, I mean, YouTube has 400 freaking hours of content being uploaded every single minute. If Facebook gets anywhere near, like, say 100 hours of content uploaded every minute, and everyone titled their video the same thing, you wouldn't be able to find anything. You know, yeah. It's like, you could say that now, but
I agree, because they immediately did it. Like, once they find a way to monetize those videos in a more profitable way, they're going to do it, because that's what they did with the newsfeed. You know, it's just so that they release business pages, and they did that strategically so that at first businesses would want to create a page and it would just show up in people's feeds so long as they like the page. And then once they started seeing that, oh, we're at the rate where those pages are growing, we can charge businesses to actually be seen, and otherwise you won't. So that's a perfect way to monetize the newsfeed and make it work for us. It's going to do the same thing with video.
Yeah, and from what I've been reading so far, they're going to pay publishing companies like $30 30-something%.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they did with Instagram too. So, you know, same idea.
Yeah. King Flip says, who's more likely to search for entrepreneurship blogs, though, young people or old people? Well, I did read this thing on when I was preparing my class for Teachable, that there's a myth that people are only on YouTube for like entertainment. So like funny videos, comedy, music, all that. And the number one type of content for females who are millennials is motivation. So I don't feel like people will search entrepreneurship, but I feel like people do get motivated from watching my story as an entrepreneur. Like, you don't want to be an entrepreneur to still be interested in what I'm, to still at least want to follow my story.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
you know, as a viewer and not really someone that is dedicated solely to, you know, to vlogging or any type of video, you know, when I talk to other people and when I search on YouTube, yes, my main reason to be there now is to replace TV. Usually I will look on your channel, I will look on other people's channels for entertainment value, but I also look when I don't know how to do something and I'm looking for a tutorial. I would say maybe that's the case, but I think a close second has to be tutorials. It's got to be, because
that's what I feel like will be tricky with Facebook, because I don't feel like people are going to use it as a search engine yet. Like,
yeah.
Or maybe, dude, maybe that's how you stand out from the crowd. Like, because no one's doing it, you just do it.
Yeah.
Put the content up there now, and then when someone does type in, how do I edit a vlog? You know, like, you're the one who comes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. King Flip says engagement itself isn't going anywhere, and Facebook is getting NBA and MLB. It's going to be legit competition. That's the thing. So like, I was looking just through my video tab today, and then from what I've been reading, they're like taking on huge like people, like sports, NBA, like it's going to be nuts.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because I am a huge NBA fan, and I do not have regular TV. So I go to other places to find that content, that stream.
Yeah.
And so that will honestly change the game, because when I saw YouTube Red come out, the first thing I looked at was, do they have NBA? Because I would, because at $35 a month, I can't justify YouTube Red for me personally, just from the original content and the networks that are signing on with them. But if NBA was put on, then to me it's totally worth it. So
wait, is YouTube seriously $35?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have no idea.
Or YouTube TV, I don't know what they're calling it, but I looked into it and it's $35 a month. And I'm like, okay, well, Netflix is $8.
Yeah.
So no, it's not gonna happen. But NBA, what do they call it? NBA Live, or you know, whatever their subscription service is way more than $35.
Oh, interesting.
That's why to me, then it would be worth it, because not only do I get, you know, I can watch games live and they're in like good HD quality and everything, but I get other channels too, and I get YouTube's exclusive content. Then it would make it worth it, but I cannot justify $35. I might as well go to my local cable company and just have them connect it.
At that point. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nowadays, all the cable companies allow you to stream on your mobile device, on your laptop, so it wouldn't be any different from YouTube at that pricing, aside from the original content. And all the people that I follow on YouTube do not have a channel on YouTube Red, so
you don't need it.
I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care.
King Flip says, I saw a quote, content is king. Content is not king, platform is. I still think it goes back to the content. Like, no matter what platform you're using, at the end of the day, people are willing to forgive, like, you know, quality, platform, all of that. But it's like the thing, you know, people can click on it, but if the content sucks, it doesn't matter. So
yeah. I think with everyone, it just depends. you know.
There's like, it's so many variables to that.
Yeah.
These companies want to control the creator, so they're going to make their own. Remember though, Facebook houses YouTube links and not vice versa. Yep, that's the thing.
Yep.
I don't want them to become the same thing. Like, I don't want YouTube to be what Facebook is. I don't want Facebook to be what YouTube is. Like, they can, you know, pull the same features, but I want them to like be separate. Like, I want them to be different things.
Yeah, and I think that's with any social media platform because, you know, the people that post from Instagram to Facebook and it just does like a carbon copy, to me, it's just a waste of my time. Like, don't do that then. You know what I mean? I'd rather see your stuff on Instagram and only do Instagram and not see you on Facebook as a user, you know, than just putting up the same stuff. And that's why I used to do that because I was like, oh, that's smart. You can reach all and you only have to do one. And then you start realizing, no, because as a end user and watching other people do it, I find it annoying. So I was like, okay, I don't want to do that because I
already spent like 10 minutes like going through Facebook and then you go on Instagram and see the same crap.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter to me if you're in the same place, but you have a if you have a different approach of why you do things on a certain platform, then that makes total sense to me. And then I could appreciate both things. But yeah. I think multiple people, like we were just talking about, do go on Facebook, do go on Instagram and Snapchat or Twitter or whatever mediums they use. They don't pick just one.
Yeah.
So, but you as a like content provider needs to think about, okay, how can I make each one valuable if you want them to follow you on everything?
Yep.
So that they don't just scroll past you. Because nowadays, that algorithm, if they scroll past you and you don't like or you don't comment, it's going to disappear off of your feed. Yep. You know?
Yeah, you're just less and less of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Live sports is keeping cable alive. Agreed. Mm-hmm. Junior Medina, I love to watch all kinds of business video. Why? Because I'm going to school for business administration and want to start a wine business even though wine sells itself. And I'm in my 30s. See, well, there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's cool that you're, trying to learn from other people. So if you don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, go follow him. He started out as selling wine online. He's like probably the most successful wine seller there ever has been. Let's see. Kingflip says League Pass costs $250 for the season.
There you go. And it's not even a full year. There you go. It's NBA League Pass. That's what it was. I really wanted to get it because, I canceled my cable. So all I have is Netflix and Hulu. I pay $16 or max $20 a month. To me, that's so worth it. But $250 for the season? And it's not even a full year.
Yeah, dude, I don't have anything. So I can't imagine like signing up for. There's nothing I really care to watch like that much except for Game of Thrones, which I just torrent illegally.
Yeah. See, that's what I do with with NBA games. I just go onto Reddit, look for NBA streams. I'm not endorsing that, but sometimes the quality is so horrible, the lag, there's so many things, there's so many factors, but I'm a girl on a budget, I'm an entrepreneur, I got no money, so I can't pay $250 for NBA League Pass, so I do what I gotta do.
Oh God, that's hilarious. David says, hi Heather. Hi David. Okay, so with that said, I'll keep doing more research. I think like they're rolling out Watch, so not everyone has it. I don't think I have it. I just still have like the video tab. But they're starting to roll out in the US like as of yesterday. So we'll see, and I'm pretty sure that'll be my focus of Heather's Happy Hour next week. So, another thing. You might want to consider this, Carissa, as you're like, doing your re-strategization of your blog. But I signed back on to Anchor. Did I ever tell you about that app?
No.
So Anchor is like a mini
Oh wait,
podcast.
I have heard about it. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
They like all the major players when it comes to like social media consulting, I guess, are all on it. Like they're all just signing onto it right now, like as of a few days ago, because they just revamped the whole thing. Um, so I think that, you know, as you're starting to like come up with your new line for entrepreneurs, you might want to consider it, dude.
Okay.
Like the way that it works, well, this is how it used to work. I don't, it's changed definitely, but basically it's purely audio. And you would just basically raise your phone like this, record 2 minutes, and as soon as you put the phone down, it just sends to your feed, or just you could send it like to just one person, and then people can chime in and reply, but it's all audio. But what's cool is that now it transcribes your video and makes, or your audio, and makes a cool video of the transcript.
Cool.
And then I think you can have 5 minutes now. People are doing like daily podcasts on there. It's like, I feel like it's gonna be like, it's gonna have a place.
That is actually on my list of things to check out, because a couple of like other women entrepreneurs that I follow on Instagram, they just started posting about it.
See?
This past week, and I was like, oh, I need to check that out. And I thought it was like a podcast type platform, so I was like, I should look into that. I just haven't gotten a chance to do it. So thank you for reminding me.
It's not a podcast platform in that, like, you know, like podcasts are like episodes, you know,
right?
Shows or talk shows. This is a lot more personal. It almost feels like a phone conversation. And I remember when I first signed on to Anchor, I was like, dude, this thing is like insane. And actually, like, I don't know, probably 3 months into my vlog, when it was like so hard to vlog, I was like, forget this, I'm doing Anchor. And I was just gonna do daily audio instead. But I don't know, I stopped. But there's like, check it out, dude. Check it out. I hope you do it. I feel like, you know, I don't know, I just feel like, you know what we should do? We should try doing it next time, because you could do like partner anchors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that'll be one of the things that I do this weekend. I'm gonna sign up for Anchor, because I've been meaning to anyway this past week, or at least look into it, because like you said, I mean, it's not necessarily a podcast platform, but that's what I thought it was. So just like signing up, looking into it. Let's try and do that, because I'm always, since I'm a blogger, you know, one of my goals is always trying to look for different mediums to share on my blog, or different ways to share with people. So I definitely want to look into that.
I don't know, I think you would really like this platform, because like there's no editing, and it's not as like time consuming like video, you know, like you don't have to, like, just doing video is so hard unless you're going live like this, right?
Yeah.
But with audio, it's like, and people can call into your station.
Really?
Like, yeah, like, so you'll get like kind of like voicemails, and reply to it, and then you can include that as a clip in your like feed. It's so cool. So anyway, add me today, and we can like go back and forth and like test it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. King Flip says, sounds like I need to do Anchor. Heather, if your live stream numbers were better than your vlogs by a lot, would you double down on lives and stop vlogging altogether? That's a good question, King Flip. Someone just asked me if I would ever stop vlogging yesterday, a friend of mine, and I don't imagine myself ever stopping vlogging, but the thing is, I'm also not evolving, which makes me sad, because I cannot evolve until I get a new laptop, which I'm probably not going to get a new laptop probably for the rest of the year, like until next year. I just don't have the money for it. So, and then I was thinking, you know, what if I got, because I've been scrolling through I scroll through Facebook all the time, but I was scrolling through Facebook, and there's been a lot of like talk show type of videos where there's like 2 sofas, awesome lighting, quality sound, and like a back and forth dialogue like we're having right now, Carissa. And I was like, you know what if I ended up doing that instead? Like instead of doing a vlog, I would just have a really cool like HeatherJustCreate set, and I would invite people over and we would just have a live stream like this. But it would be all like high quality. I don't know. It's just something I'm thinking about. Yeah.
I'm gonna call it a talk show, even though I know that's not necessarily what it is, but just, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's what it would be. Because I would just be, you know, I'd just be talking, you know, I'd make it. So when I was gonna start a podcast a long time ago, it was called Kickback Chats. Like that was the name of my podcast. And the mission statement was like, you know, millennials are so busy that they don't have time to just kick back with their friends. So that's like what this is like, you know, come hang out and kick back with us as we have a kickback chat. So I would probably, I don't know, name it something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I think you should have a show, Carissa, like at Ninong's, like Sundays at Ninong's or something. You know? I don't know, like it would be cool if you just like, hey, you know, ask a customer, would you like to share a story today? Like story Saturday, story Sunday or something, like just live, and just ask them to tell to them on the spot. They have like 10 minutes and you get them a free meal.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Anyway, Tamara, hi Heather, hi Carissa, hello.
Hi.
15 plus minutes average view time on lives at this point. Our vlogs are spotty. They take a lot of work. Yeah. I actually haven't checked the stats on our live streams. I mean, you see how many viewers go in, and I'm sure you like look at the numbers after.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, why don't we live stream on Facebook? Do you have a Creative Cartel Facebook?
I do. Do I use it? No, not really. But I do.
Like maybe that's what we should try next week, is to try to see if we can get ahead of this like watch.
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's try it. Yeah, so I don't even know how to do that. Like I don't know if you could do like a dual live stream.
Oh, right.
We're
like
using
one of these hangout type things.
Yeah. I'll look into it though, but if we could, we should just try it.
Okay.
Cool. Adoji says, finally made one of these live streams. YouTube definitely seems to be becoming more TV since I know how productions are done now. Yeah. Kingflip, we could be doing multiple live streams at a time right now. Set up 2 phones. Yeah, see, but I don't, doing the multiple live streams, Kingflip, is like what Carissa was just saying, where you post on Instagram, share that to Facebook. Like you don't want it to be the exact same thing on multiple platforms. That would annoy me as an end user, and Carissa just spoke about how she doesn't like it either. So I would never do that. Like it would definitely be different content. But the reason why I'm thinking about uploading my vlogs to Facebook is that I don't think a lot of people on Facebook have seen my vlogs on YouTube at all. So they wouldn't be seeing it twice, or just seeing it for the first time. Tamara says Facebook is beast for live streaming, it seems. Yeah, I used to get a lot more activity on my live streams on Facebook, but then I moved to YouTube since that's where my subscribers were. But like a year ago, I had my Make It Monday show for Sharespark, and I got like decent people tuning in.
I was actually, one of the things I was going to talk to you about this week was live streaming. And when I was thinking about it, because we did a Instagram live for Good Bad Foodie this past week, and so I was asking people on my personal Instagram, where would you watch the live? And no one said Facebook.
What did everyone say?
Either Instagram or YouTube, which was really interesting for me. So I was like, okay, maybe I won't do Facebook. But it could be also the people that are interested in cooking tutorials and like new recipes and stuff like that, maybe they just aren't on Facebook anymore either because they're using other platforms.
You know what?
Like,
this is what I think. I think that you should do it for the very reason why they didn't say Facebook. Because you know they're on Facebook. They just don't use Facebook in that way. But you could be that content. And then they're going to be like, well, why should I bother leaving Facebook? Because there's already cooking tutorials on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I think that for sure. But I just know that what I've done to get me to this point is do everything opposite of what everyone says. That is what has worked for me. I just like, if everyone said like, okay, where do you watch? Instagram, YouTube, then I would go the other way.
That's interesting advice.
Yeah. When it comes to digital media, because it's like, you just want to be the one that paves the way. Like, you want to be the one who does things differently.
I guess that's the interesting question for me. The only reason like I said, I ended up doing Instagram Live. And the only reason I did was because I needed to like download something that wasn't already on my computer or on my phone to do YouTube Live. Yes. So the only reason I'm even hesitant to do, and this is something I guess I'll be kind of curious about because I haven't looked into Facebook Live, but I know for Instagram Live, I mean, it's not shareable. It's not shareable. However, I know that on Facebook, you can share within Facebook, but on YouTube, you can put it on, you can link it back to Facebook, you can put it on Twitter, and it's easily like shareable.
Yeah.
On Instagram, obviously, it's just on Instagram, and they have to follow you to see even a replay of the live, and it'll only last for 24 hours. So what I have to do is I have to download it personally, and then I would have to like edit it and put it on, which is what I did last time. I put it onto YouTube so that it's more shareable and watchable for future for whoever didn't make it. So that's one thing that I'm really curious about when they're trying to like make Facebook only content. I'm really curious about that. But
yeah. I mean, I feel you. But I see this as an opportunity for this show, man. Like, I feel like this is a perfect testing. Like, we are perfect guinea pigs.
Yeah. I mean, it never hurts to try,
Let's see. Tamara says, folks do both all the time. It's funny to see them trying to look at both streams while they talk. That's hilarious. I had no idea that was a thing. King Club says, if you post a business page on Facebook, it won't go to everyone. And then you can cut up the videos. A different audience would be on Facebook, plus the Facebook groups are built into the platform. Y'all are sleeping on Facebook.
I do admit Facebook groups is the only reason why I haven't stopped my Facebook account, because I don't have the Facebook app on my phone. I deleted it. I only use it in the browser if I have to. But the only reason I keep it is for Facebook groups. So I do have to admit I really like Facebook groups more than I do forums.
I think like when I moved to YouTube, so Facebook used to be my main platform. That is where I did all my like content. Because that's where I got a lot of engagement until my YouTube subscribers started to pick up. Now I use it more as a user. Like I'm not a content creator on there.
Yes.
I'm starting to like ramp that up. If you follow me on HeatherJustCreate, you'll see that I'm starting to like at least every other day, if not every day, try to post content. Just because I'm in preparation of like their shift to video. And that's why I've been thinking about, the talk show where I have like a really nice set, or starting my vlog over and stuff like that. So
yeah, and I think that opens up another conversation. I know this is kind of like we're on a major tangent, but I think that goes to kind of reinforce what kind of content creator you are and how it is interesting for you, because your medium is video. Whereas if someone was a writer, it wouldn't really make a difference for them because their like their like what is it? Their written news feed is completely just blown out by video. You know, everyone's moving toward video, and those people that are still doing a lot of writing have to find that medium that fits best for them. So I think that goes with saying too that like you know you can't do them all and you can't prioritize every medium as number one. I personally think, because I do believe that like every medium has to have something different and unique to stay relevant, but you also have to think about how much you're going to use it, because if, like Heather said, if you're not going to engage on there and you're just going to post, nothing's going to happen no matter what platform you use and no matter whether you get in on the ground up or not. If you're not going to engage and you're just going to post or carbon copy and people are going to be able to see it somewhere else, I just don't see how it's going to be useful if you don't really put in the time and the effort to like make something really happen out of it.
Yeah, like all of the big Facebookers is what I'll call them, like the Facebook content creators that are, you know, millions and millions of followers, like the pun guys, the Dodo, Ross Smith and his grandma.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ross Smith and his grandma?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh my, hilarious. But if you look at their YouTube channels, they don't even have 1 million.
Yeah.
Like they're tiny, like super small in the grand scheme of things, you know? And you could tell, I don't know, it's just, you can tell that everyone's picked their main platform.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of as much as you want to do everything, because we all want to. We want to reach as many people as possible. As much as you want to, it's just really hard for just a small team or one person to actually do it and do it effectively. It's really, really hard.
Like Gary does it really well, but he has a whole freaking like 10-man team.
Yeah, exactly. He does do it really, really well.
No, God, I'm so jealous.
If only you had the budget for like a video production team and a post-production team and all that, that would be awesome, because then I would churn out videos all the time.
I would love to like, I mean, actually, this has been on my to-do list since like a year, but it's like create snippets of live stream. Oh God, it's hard. It takes so long to like add the captions. You can't just cut them. You have to add the captions, because you know that people scrolling through their Instagram with the sound on.
Yep. Yeah.
So stupid. Anyway, let's see. Lots of people sleep on Facebook, and I'd be like, dude, it's 1 billion people on Facebook every day. Stop poo-pooing Facebook. Agree. I think the reason why it gets so much like hate is because the people who are loudest are not necessarily the largest, if that makes sense. Like there's I would say it's definitely a younger audience that's poo-pooing Facebook, but there's not that many of them in comparison to like, I would say 30-year-olds to 80-year-olds. Like there's a lot more 30 to 80-year-olds than there are 30 and under, but 30 and under is like loud. You know, they're like, Facebook sucks. Like, no one else. King Flip, if you made viral content, you could be a trailblazer. So if you want to do comedy sketches, you probably could. You know, I've been thinking about that. I do not find myself funny, but I'm just trying to see like how I can experiment with like different content. Because, you know, I posted that Alexa video and everyone found it funny. Like I got messages that people were like, oh my God, that was hilarious. And I'm like, like, you know, there's like memes where it's like, oh, you know how it feels, right? I was thinking about doing stuff for like entrepreneurs. You know, like this is what entrepreneur life is like.
Yeah.
Which I think you can like ride off of too, because you've got your like product line. See, this is why we're like so great, because we're like kind of trying to approach like the same audience. Every platform wants to keep you there. Facebook is the only platform that has everything built in. There's a girl in my town that is doing her first award show off of a Facebook Live show she's been doing for 6 months. She's taken the city over, and now there's another guy doing the same thing. That's why you have to try everything. You never know what will blow up. Why, if those Vine kids are posting to Facebook, no one would see them. Yeah. So conclusion, next week, let's try Facebook Live. Yeah. And I'll read more about it. And let's play with Anchor too, because I really feel like that's going to be like, the platform is so new that I feel like we could be, you know, like one of the highlighted content creators.
Yeah, I'm really interested in Anchor. That one is really, really sounds really
so
for what we do.
I feel like it's so gonna be your thing, Kirsa. Like it's personal, you know, it's not like you're talking to the masses, which I'm not saying that you don't like doing that, but I feel like the one-on-one is so much more your thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, follow us. But anyway, so what's up with you on your end?
Well, to be honest with you, it has been rough. Mostly financially. I don't know if I told you this, but in California, at the beginning of July, July, minimum wage went up.
Yes.
So I have mixed feelings as an entrepreneur, obviously, because I definitely believe in a fair living wage for all. That is something I'm very, very, I'm a huge advocate for. However, as a small business owner, it hurts. It's really hard. I used to have a team when I first started. The one business, by the way, that I do actually have a large team for is my restaurant, because I need servers, I need cooks, and I need all that. So when I first started full time at my family restaurant, they had 3 employees, and now I have a team of 12 employees. I have Katie, my assistant. My husband is on my payroll. There's just a lot of people on payroll. And so the state of California, specifically Los Angeles County, has the plan to hit, I think, $15 an hour by 2020 or 2021, something like that. And so every year, it's going to be a gradual step to increase the minimum wage. Well, I think that's a great idea. However, people forget that with that comes increased prices for everyone.
Yeah, it's like, how do you do that if you're not increasing?
I think I'm not going to get political, definitely not, but it's just I'm just going to come at it from a small business owner, but someone that believes that everyone deserves a living wage. It's really hard to balance that out, to be honest with you. California is just such an expensive place to live, let alone Los Angeles. You know, I think San Francisco is one of the most expensive, New York, you know, and then LA is just right there. And so, like I said, I believe in a better living wage for everyone, but it jumped from $10.50 to $12. Now, the other thing is, LA County, if I'm a small business with less than 25 employees, I actually don't have to bump it to $12. I can bump it to, I think, 11, or I don't know. I'm not, don't quote me on that. But I don't have to bump it to $12. However, why would I do that to my employees?
Yeah.
That just doesn't seem fair. Like, if they go to a fast food chain or a larger business, they can get $12. Why would they want to work for me? It doesn't make sense.
Why work for you? Why take the cut?
Yeah. I mean, okay, they might like me, they might believe in what I have to offer, but when it comes down to it, it's a job.
Yeah.
So other small business owners, yeah, I'm sure they're following whatever the under 25 employees minimum wages, but I just don't think that's fair for my employees. So I bumped them all up to 12, and then my managers get bumped up more, right? Because
of course. Yeah,
with experience should come more pay. And so it's been hard.
Oh, man.
Because I want to be fair. Like I said, I believe in a reasonable living wage for everyone, but Oh my gosh. The restaurant has to make a minimum of $750 more a week just to make up for the increased labor. I have a team of 12. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And not only did we have to increase pricing because it's such a big jump. It's $750 a week. So we had to increase pricing a little bit. And we obviously, I don't want to just do that to my customers and just say, well, you know, cost of living, got to do it. So we tried to show more value, like add more, make a slightly bigger, you know, make a bigger portion, just so it feels like, okay, yes, the prices went up, but it's not the same as it was before. But my groceries cost more, you know, because farmers, everyone, like their costs go up, so they're gonna then put the costs onto their customers, which I then have to put onto my customer. It's just like a ripple effect.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy, dude.
And it just makes me really sad, you know, to see that, like, because I'm not an economics guru. I'm not, you know, I don't have the answer by any means. I don't have the answer, but all I know is that I don't know if it's really helping more than it is hindering, because, like I said, prices go up and then wages go up, so it's the same.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because if everything that if you're making more money, but everything you're paying for goes up too, then you were kind of just paying the same proportion.
Yeah, yeah. And so I don't know. It's really scary too, because you know that our restaurant is kind of in this transitional period, and we're looking to expand, and to do that in a time where, you know, we need almost like over $3,000 more a month, just to make up for something, is just really scary. So financially, we're kind of in this, like, we're penny pinching, and I hate being in that position where I don't know if we're gonna have enough money. We're dipping into our, like, saving for that new location, and so it's just starting to get really scary as a business owner. It's scary to think that the minimum wage hike might shut us down. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, I like don't know what to say. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's a little scary, you know, a little bit. And you know, other people can change things by, like, automating. You know, like, nowadays, I think I haven't walked into a McDonald's in years, but I heard that they're starting to go into, like, digital ordering to save on labor, that type of thing, and which makes me sad too, because that's less jobs for everyone. You know?
Yeah, you know, Yukaku.
Yeah.
The Japanese barbecue.
Uh-huh.
I think there's one in, gosh, I forgot where it is, but it's like all robots. The entire thing.
Yeah.
The entire thing is robots serving you and taking your order. And
yeah.
I think there's only no, yeah, because you cook at your table. So there's no, like, thing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's sad because, you know, I like I said, I see the benefit of people getting more paid, but people are losing jobs because bigger businesses have the ability to automate. Smaller businesses don't, because I don't have the money to buy, like, a bunch of tablets and then have you just order straight. You know, like, I'm trying to keep as much of that human interaction as possible, but it gets really hard, you know, when you're forcing me to spend more than we have, you know. So
yeah.
But every time there's a minimum wage hike, it happens, you know, and then eventually it kind of evens out, and then it happens again, and then stuff starts to balance itself out. People tend to sometimes get scared too, because they don't know what's going to happen economically. Current events have an effect on that too. So who knows? But right now it's that scary time. I've seen it before, because minimum wage has gone up multiple times while I was the manager at our restaurant.
Right.
So it's just a matter of time. Just got to get through it. Hopefully not spend all our money, but we'll see.
Yeah, dude. I mean, so King Flip said, going forward, you're going to have to skill up or go hungry. Which,
that's the truth.
Yeah. Like,
yeah. And that's what we're trying to do. Thank you for bringing that up. That's what, because, you know, we try to strategize every time, and I'm a numbers person, so I'm looking at data, and I look at compared to last week, how did we do? Compared to a year ago, how did we do? And we are growing. However, we have to scale up. The only way is to hopefully scale up and show more value so that we can have our price per ticket go up, but keep our labor the same. That's the only way, because otherwise it's just not going to happen. Like you said, we're going to starve. Like it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, agreed. I think you definitely have to do things differently. Like you can't just do what you're doing.
Yep. Yeah.
Something has to also change. So, well, I think that thanks for sharing that, because I think that's actual like practical experience and a great example of like that other business owners or entrepreneurs can learn from. And I appreciate you sharing that, and would love to know like if you can keep us updated, because I think that, it's hard for me to understand since I'm digital. Like I don't have brick and mortar, but but I appreciate what I can learn from brick and mortar, because like for me, I don't see my people, like you're very, like, all of your customers by face. Human interaction. Like King Flip just said, human interaction will be a luxury item for the extremely wealthy eventually. That's such a like 1984 scary ass.
I know. I was just thinking that. I was like, man, it's a really scary thought, but I could really see it happening, especially with what people need to be able to live,
Yeah. Dan says, you might have to continue the cycle and increase prices slightly, $1 or $2 here and there, maybe. How about an expensive marketing campaign? And then King Flip says, is Carissa using a text blaster for her restaurant, like for coupons?
We are not currently. I've been approached by a couple people. The only reason why I am not currently doing a heavy marketing campaign of any kind, except social media, is because we're transitioning locations. So it's not even official yet. And so right now, our restaurant can only seat about 25 people. And the place that we're looking to move to can seat 60 people. So right now, since we're kind of in that transition period, what we're trying to do is just do what we can with the space that we have, and then make bigger moves and do a more aggressive marketing campaign once we get into the new location, which will hopefully be by the end of the year, or we don't know. But I think that will help a lot. Actually, we kind of got lazy, to be honest, because Instagram for food, Instagram is easily the main platform that we get the most engagement from. And so we focus on that and Facebook. Those are the only two platforms we really focus on, where we want to post regular content. And so just in a week of posting regularly every day, there has been a jump in sales by at least 10, 20%.
See, that's crazy that you can actually see that data.
It's funny because like you said, a brick and mortar is very, very different. If we post a particular dish that day, or the night before, we can almost guarantee that there's going to be a bunch of those orders the following day. Because people just like to, when it comes to food at least, we have seen that, like, if people say, oh, that looks good, a lot of the times they're going to show that exact picture to the server and be like, I want that.
Oh, interesting.
So that's what they'll do. So we'll see a surge in sales in the particular product that we post on Instagram.
How interesting.
Yeah. So like I said, Nidong's it's like a testimony to how powerful social media is, no matter what platform you use. Because we only have, in 3 years, we've built our Instagram to like 3,700 followers, I think. And we try to engage as much as possible on there, and we try to post regularly. The past few months, probably ever since January, we rarely ever did, but we would only do it when it was so slow that we were like, what is happening? So we would post, and then the following business day, we would go in and it'd be busy. And not only would it be busy, but it would be, you know, not everybody orders it, but we would see a surge in whatever it was that we post.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's just proof of, you know, proof of social media. It's a true testimony. Yeah.
King Flip says, how does a restaurant get real engagement on Instagram? I work with a lot of local businesses doing social media videos, and they're posting such random things when I meet them.
One thing that we always do, well, in the beginning, because we have one signature product that like made us really popular, and that was pancakes. So we have a purple pancake. They're called ube pancakes, and we were one of the first to start selling them, but we're the first in our community to actually do it. So what we did was we knew it was popular. We knew people came in for it, so we would post it in different ways. So we would photograph, every time someone ordered it, we would photograph it and post it. Or when the 1 year anniversary of us serving it came around, we posted it again, just so that we can start gaining some momentum on our social media. And whenever people would say, oh, that looks good, or where are you, or whatever, we would just reply as soon as we can, and we would take time to reply to people. Once we started kind of getting comfortable and all that, like we let the social media kind of like drop a little bit. But what we did start doing when we kind of got lazy was we started reposting other people's photos of our food.
Yeah, so
you post them, give them photo credit, and we would just look at the geotag, and we would find a good photo. We would, you know, we would give them photo credit, and then their friends would see that they got posted on our Instagram, and they'd be like, oh, you're Instagram famous. Like, Nino's Pastries regrammed your dishes, and they would share it, and they would tag people and be like, oh my gosh, look, Nino's shared my photo or whatever. And then that's what really started that's what gave us a lot of engagement, because when we started reposting, people were like, oh, cool, my stuff is getting reposted, even though they weren't a blogger or an influencer or anything like that. Just the common everyday person that would walk into the restaurant, they just felt so like special and heard and acknowledged, and people love that. People ate it up.
It's when Gary likes my comments and Casey, I lose my shit, you know? It's
yeah.
Like, it's that same, like, and that's what I always have to remind myself, like, that is why I take the time to respond to every YouTube comment, because someone could potentially be feeling that for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, that's what, I mean, we don't have a lot of followers in comparison to others, but we organically built that 3,700 followers, you know, like by posting, by engaging, by reposting, and it's all done by us. So
King Flip says you have real followers on Instagram, not just bots.
Yep.
Yeah. Dan says, how about signing up for DoorDash? So Uber and Lyft drivers, etc., can pick up at your restaurant and deliver out. That's actually a good point. Do you do that, like Postmates?
We are not one of those like Postmates Plus type accounts, because like I said, we can't, we're so busy. It gets so crowded at the restaurant that it's really hard to accommodate takeout orders sometimes. So we don't, but I know for sure there are people on like Uber Eats that come in and just place orders for people. And I know they're you know, they do things like DoorDash or whatever, and they're delivering. I have seen them a couple times. But we have a very small kitchen where we're at, so I haven't done it. But that is also something that I am thinking about for the new location.
Yeah, you should totally do like Postmates for sure. Because they'll advertise for you, dude. Like you open up the app,
Yeah.
especially on a Sunday morning. I can just imagine like pancakes, you know, like
Yeah.
deliver that.
I mean, I use Postmates frequently, and yeah, I mean, the first ones on the top, I'm like, do I want that? Do I want that?
Yeah.
Do I want that? You know, so I definitely see the benefit, and I know it's like pretty much nothing. It's just a matter of, you know, so.
Kingflip, I think she kind of already went over this. Maybe I'm reading this comment late, but he's asking, how did you build it initially, your Instagram? How did it build initially?
Well, things that were really important to us that I didn't mention previously is we wanted to make sure we had good photography, but real photography. We didn't want to, especially when it comes to food, people are very critical about what they eat and what they ingest. So we were very, we wanted to be really authentic without editing photos too much. And we wanted it to be on brand. Like, we're not afraid to take pictures of our food on a prep table because, you know, or on the dining table. We're not going to try and like accessorize it or photo shoot it too much on our Instagram, because we want it to look like, as much as possible, what it would look like when they get the food. And I think by regramming people saw that, because those were not photos by us. They were photos by real people. And I think that helped as well, because when they look at Ninong's actual photos versus a user's regram, they match.
Right. It's not like when you get a Big Mac.
Yes. Yes. Where, you know, it's nicely placed and like you see the hand like putting the bun on top and it's nice and, you know, perfect. And then when you get in the box, it's like all like slit.
Yeah.
The bun is here and then the rest of it is here, type of thing. So we tried to be as authentic really as possible, and we knew what we were trying to push. We were trying to push the ube pancakes. So at first, if you look at our feed and you scroll all the way to the bottom, most of what we would post was that, because we knew that that was something special. So we didn't try and be versatile or try and post other products that much, because we were trying to build. So we would try to just get different angles and different perspectives of the product that we knew people were interested in. So it's really important to know what your specialty product is, like what you're going to be selling, and how you can focus on that particular product until you gain the follows and all of that. Then you can start kind of branching out, you know.
Right.
But for us, that's what worked.
Yeah, I agree. I think like you want to be known for that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And especially a restaurant, but every brick and mortar has to be known for something. You have to. It has to be the one place you can go to get this particular thing, at least in your area, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really good point. He's asking about traditional marketing. Oh, don't you have a meeting, dude?
1 o'clock. I'm still good.
Okay. Traditional marketing, paper signage, flyers, billboards.
We used to do, you know when you go to church and they have the bulletins? I know you know this. My mom used to invest in those.
Oh, because
it did not work. I always tell people, because I'm not a marketing expert. I come from a graphic design background, so I can wrap my head around marketing. Because I had to take marketing classes. But think of social media as your new word of mouth. You know, it's your reach is just bigger, because not only are you telling one person, you're telling everyone that follows you that this is a cool place to go, or this is where you need to go to get this. So people like my aunt, I guess our business is a good example, because the original owners were 55 and up, you know, and I came in when I was 28 or 27, you know, so I wanted to flip everything upside down, and I got a lot of pushback. So they were like, well, we're currently doing advertising in the church bulletin. And I was like, well, how many people are coming in from that? And they were like, well, we don't know, but maybe like one every couple months. And I'm like, well, how much are you spending on it? And they were spending, I want to say like $400 a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't need to do that. There's free marketing here. You just have to put in the time, but it's free. So what we did was, to compromise, we did a mailer. We did a postcard mailer just to compromise. And I said, okay, let's do this. If they bring the mailer back, they get a discount. So we can track how many people are actually using those mailers and coming back versus social media, and how many people are actually coming from there. So every time they come in, because our brand message is the family experience, my aunt is at the front. Every time she talks to a customer, she'll ask, how did you hear about us? And they'll either say, oh, the mailer, or I was driving by, or they'll say, I saw you on Instagram. And by far, the way that I won them over was, by far, Instagram was the answer.
Woo! Yay!
Instagram, Yelp, Facebook, and Google were all the old traditional stuff did not do the same. And you know, the demographic that did bring in those coupons, it was not our demographic. It was older, older local residents, you know, because we did, I think, a 5-mile mailer within the 5-mile radius of our location. So people that were bringing those in were, you know, homeowners, older families, and when they would come in, they would bring the coupon. Younger crowds didn't even care about the coupon. Maybe because they don't own homes, maybe they don't, you know, they don't get the mailer, but a lot more people were walking in that heard about us through social media versus traditional marketing methods. And then at first, what we would do is, like, we would tell them, here, if you want to keep the mailer and give it to someone else, we'll let you do it one more time. So give it to somebody. And still, the demographic is still different, because I love coupons. I'm 32 and I love coupons, but I always forget coupons.
It's like me forgetting my stupid bags when I go to the grocery.
Yeah, yeah. So they do work. It's just, you know, it just depends on how you approach it. And in my personal experience, that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. King Flip says, your food is so unique, it just pops off the page like crazy. Yeah, you know, I have a vlog idea. I think I'm gonna, so when I first dyed my hair purple, my dad was like, your hair looks like ube, which is purple pancakes that Carissa sells. So I think it'd be funny if I like led with that. Like maybe me and my dad go to your restaurant.
I know, because your dad has not been, and he lives around the corner.
No, they have been.
Really?
Yeah, you I think they've been like, I want to say a handful of times. They've even brought back stuff, which I've tried. And I felt so bad because I was like, I can't believe I'm eating this. Like, I'm not even with her. But yeah, you just weren't there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they haven't been yet.
Yeah, no, they've been.
Okay.
Been. But yeah, I need to go. That's
yeah.
I need to go. Let's see. Social media is a lot more targeted towards your desired market than billboards and flyers. Yes, agreed. King Flip, how does this translate to freelancers?
That's a good question.
Myself plunging toilets unless I was a hot plumber.
That's a good question, because I own multiple businesses. Some of them are not product based. You know, real estate, for example, is service based. So you have to get really creative on that. Sometimes maybe posting like tips, like if plumbing is your passion, then maybe posting like a pretty bathroom and talking about maintenance, or, you know, stuff like that. It is tough though. With food, it's easy because everyone needs to eat. They might not like my food, but everyone likes pretty food. So it's easier when it comes to product-based things. Services are hard. I don't know.
Yeah. I know just what's worked for me. Like I've actually gotten just organic Instagram followers that people had no idea I was a YouTuber or whatever, and they just found my feed and then started following me and would click into YouTube, which is great. And I always saw that happen whenever I would post exactly what you're saying, like tips, or I'll take a meme and like hashtag it entrepreneur life.
Yeah.
Or I think one time I clipped an old Heather's Happy Hour and added captions, and that did really well. And then also like entrepreneur quotes. The quote thing is like so saturated right now though, so I don't know if like I would recommend it. That's why I stopped doing them.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's just, I don't know, it's just like telling the story, like showing a different side of a plumber, you know?
Well, I
Like,
think with any entrepreneur, the reason why people will hire them, and this is coming, I think it's because I come from a wedding background, but there's going to be a million photographers that you can hire, but they're going to want you because they connect with you the most. That's what's going to slide people your way versus others. So seeing finished products of things, I know this is like maybe my wedding planner in me, but like the finished product of a wedding, what you did, the decorations, that can even go into a business like contracting, like a before and after of a project. Or if you do, if you're a freelancer and what you do is social media, maybe you can graphically show growth in a business that has had success with you. Started from 10 followers and now has 1,000 or something like that. Stuff like that can be visual if you do it the right way. And it's you just got to get really creative with it. Like I said, I know food is super easy because it's visual, almost like an art form, but you can spin anything and make it good.
What's actually really worked for me in the past like month or two has been Instagram stories. Like my impressions in a week will hit 5 figures, like regularly.
Wow.
By using Instagram stories. I don't know if we've been doing that. So yeah.
I have not checked my stats. I should.
Oh yeah. Like make sure to just tag location and you'll like that tag's feed. It's nuts. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh my God. How many people have seen this freaking video? And then like I'll scroll and not that many people who are actually following me.
Yeah.
Like because these outsiders are seeing it.
Interesting.
And then they'll start following me. They'll straight up be like, is that a remote control skateboard? Or, you know, I was just in Long Beach or whatever. So
yeah. Oh, that's really cool. That's good to know. I need to be better about because I only look at certain analytics and certain things, but I really should look at everything.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think we've gone on for a while, so let's end it. Yeah. I'm hungry.
I know. I have to get going to in like 5 minutes. So, what's your plan for next week?
Natan just texted me. Are we going to Vegas? So, I don't know. I don't know. Let's plan on a live stream same time, but let's do it on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know the other thing I want to try is Periscope.
Periscope?
Mm-hmm. On Twitter.
Yeah, I had Periscope before Periscope was a Twitter thing. And I thought it was really interesting because that was the first time I had ever seen like a live something. And I was like, this is cool. But I've never actually used it. So, but that would be interesting too.
If we did Periscope, I know that platform's set up for you to like do like this, like a Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
Periscope is not dead. It's just built into Twitter. like Twitter bought it. So if you go live on Twitter, you go live through Periscope, pretty much. Periscope tells people where you are. I love Periscope. It's cool. Well, here, how about this? If we can't figure out how to go live on Facebook as like a duo, then we'll just go.
Yeah.
So follow us on Twitter, and we'll let you know where we're going to do Empowered Entrepreneurs next week. But it'll be Friday, 11 a.m. on some platform. We're not sure yet. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
For me personally, I am going to just try and figure out this financial situation. That's my only focus. And I'm leaving the country in 2 weeks. So
that's right.
I need to prepare for that too.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I got to get this video invite out today. And then I need to finish my class. And I need to upload a vlog. Because I wanted to like a daily upload, but
yeah, the video that I told you about, the collab, I didn't even get to it, so that is on my list. Hopefully today, as long as I don't run into any major crises that I have to kind of put out. But that is, I want to get it done before the beginning of the week. So if not, then it's going to be the weekend for sure.
Got it. Dan says, good luck with your restaurant. I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like you should talk about it more, Carissa. Like
I want to. The hard thing is it's not only my business. So I have to get like approval from the rest of them to put stuff out there, and some people are very private. So I can only talk about so much. But it is something that I'm always really passionate about sharing. It's just I have to be really careful what I do share.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's harder when you're a corporation, you have other shareholders that are, a factor. So
yeah. Tamara says, folks have been sleeping on Periscope. I got really into Periscope, and then my dad got sick, and I fell off trying to take care of him, so I got to get back into it. Yeah.
I should check out Periscope again. Because ever since it's been on Twitter, I have not used it. So
I see it though.
Yeah, I do too. I just don't watch. So I'm interested to see what it's like now.
Yeah. Well, we've got options. So we'll let you guys know. You definitely won't see us on YouTube next week though. So check my Twitter. It's HeatherJustCreate, and Chris is on it too. It's justkissa. I think I left her stuff in the description. So all right, we're signing off here. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Good conversation today. And like this video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Oh my God, I don't even know what I just said. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, Carissa. Bye.
Bye.